As you know that Audio Technica is a well-recommended brand in the area of sound equipment. Now this includes headphones slash earphones. Now the M20X, the headphone that I'm using right now, was first introduced in 2014. I bought this in 2021 for $50. Now back then in 2014 it was $50. Now I'm quite curious, why is that? So we're going to talk about why is this headphone still being sold in 2021? Is it still worth it, and who is it for? So let's find out, everyone. When you purchase the M20X, you will receive this big box. It looks premium, as if it was a $200 headphone. Now let's see how it compares to my 5.9-inch smartphone. Once you open the box, you will get a warning letter that this product shall not be treated as a household waste, and you will also get the instruction manual. And this is the headphone wrapped in plastic. That's quite a lot of plastic, by the way. We see the Audio Technica brand is embossed on the headband. There's just too many plastic to be unwrapped, right? Now the M20X is an over-ear headphone, by the way. Everything is made of plastic. The only metal is the plate for the adjustable headband. Now the ear pad is kind of soft and it feels comfortable. You will get a 3.5 jack wire and an adapter as well. Let's talk about the build quality. Now, as you know that the M20X is very light. Now it only weighs around 190 grams. This is because that it is achieved by using lightweight plastic throughout the build, as you can see. The only visible metal are the headband adjustment rails, as you can see over here. See, these are the only metal that you can see from this headphone itself. Now the cable, however, is not detachable. Now this might be a disadvantage for some of you. However, this is normal for this kind of price range. Yeah. Now the headband though is very excellent. The ear pads as well, as you can see, it looks premium, right? Now if you compare with other M-Axis models like the M30X, the M40X, and the M50X, it's mostly the same. Yeah. Now, although the abundance of use of plastic is very dominant here, however, the M20X gives you an impression that it will withstand some beating, right? Now, the thing that I don't like about this headphone itself is related with the cable. Now, the cable is around 3 meters long, if I'm mistaken. However, it would be beneficial if you are someone who likes to move around. Let's say if you are in a studio, you're a guitarist and you need to unplug things or you need to move around, that would be beneficial. But for me, for someone who is in a more static environment that you don't move around, this is very distracting, right? Now let's talk about the comfort of this headphone. Now I consider this M20X as moderately comfortable. Now they don't apply too much pressure on your head, and the large ear cups fit around most listeners' ears. Now, however, the ear cups do not swivel like the M40X or the M50X, making these headphones a little bit too stiff. Now, if you are using this headphone for more than 2 hours, it can be really tiring and exhausting. And not to mention, if you are not in a air-conditioned environment, your ears and the ear cups itself might get sweaty, right? The M20X is not a portable headphone. I would not recommend you going places or going to a public place or using public transport using this headphone. And not to mention that the cable is 3 meters long. It's quite long, right? And they do not fold into a more compact format and have a swiveling ear cups that, lay flat on the table. Now they are bulky to carry around and will occupy quite a bit of space in your backpack and may not be able to fit comfortably in your handbag itself. Now the cable is a little bit bulky, and it's not to mention it is not detachable. They also don't come with a case pouch, not like the M40X and the M50X. Well, I understand this because it's that range of price, the $50 price. You won't get extra bonuses like the case pouch itself. Now let's talk about the sound quality of this headphone. Now let me remind you that this headphone is under the category of monitoring headphone. What it means is that if you are a bass nerd or someone who is looking for a headphone that has a more bassy sound, this might not be the headphone for you. So who is it for? Well, it's for videographers, it's for sound producers, it's for singers. Basically, it's for anyone who wants to monitor their voice or vocals, right? Thus, this headphone in terms of sound quality is considered flat, right? Now, however, like a few people like me, I still consider this headphone for having good sound quality. Why is that? Because it has a really rich and warm tone with a balanced sound overall. Now, remember that this is a biased review. What it means is that my sound taste or my listening sound taste is different from your listening sound taste, right? Now, this is probably the reason why Audio Technica is still selling this M20X series in 2021. Back in 2014, 2016, when I looked it up from several reviewers, it was still considered as a common consumer headphones. That's why, for example, this reviewer mentioned that the sound is dull, right? Well, that's common for a monitoring headphone. It's always considered dull and flat. When we go to the website of Audio Technica right now, it's under the category of professional monitor headphones. So final verdict, if you are looking for a monitoring headphone, I would recommend this headphone to anyone who is looking for a monitoring headphone, for especially if you're a singer, a videographer, a sound producer, anyone who is basically someone monitoring the vocals and voices. I would recommend this headphone for the price range. It's only $50. Now, not to mention is that some other monitoring headphones can be really expensive. This is a recommended headphone in that price range. So that is it. Hopefully you've enjoyed my video. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. So see you on my next video, everyone. Bye bye now.